All right, so you saying I wish I was a better musician. I wish I can play like this person. I wish I can play like that person. We all go through it as musicians, you know. We all go through it. I've gone through it many of times, going to a certain place and then going to another place, and you see all these beast musicians just playing so many great licks on their instrument, playing things that you never heard before. We get very intimidated by other musicians, and that's just a part of our musical journey. All of us go through those things as far as being a musician. Are things that we can do to increase our confidence in being a musician. You know, the first thing is, and the most important thing is practicing. You know, at least practice 1 to 2 hours a day on your craft. And I think the other thing is practicing the right things. You know, a lot of us, and I can attest to this. I'm guilty of this as well. Practicing the same thing that we've already mastered. You know, that's not really practicing. Practicing is practicing or rehearsing things that we're, uncomfortable with. I think that's the main thing in becoming a better musician. Another thing is not being afraid to learn. You know, I think when it comes to musicianship, it can be very, very competitive. And it's like an indirect competitiveness when it comes to music. It's a thing. You know, you can be around other musicians that play the same instrument, and even though nobody is saying anything, it's a competition. You know, who can play this run, who can play this lick on the guitar, who can play this bass, who can slap the bass the best. If you're a bass player. And it's so much hidden competition when it comes to being a musician, and you can become intimidated. But the other thing, and it all boils down to practicing. Practicing your instrument, being preparation for opportunities to come. Preparation is key. Repetition. You have to repeat the same thing, same practice over and over again until you get it right. I usually do a thing, and I learned this from being in marching band and playing drums in high school and middle school. Our percussion instructor, he often tell us, if we can get a certain part of the song down 4 times, perfect, we can move on to the next part of the song. And that really helps because we deal with muscle memory as well. Muscle memory is a huge key to, getting better as a musician. Muscle memory. Me, myself, I'm a keyboardist. I play piano. And, a lot of my skill comes with muscle memory, remembering different shapes of my fingers. And that goes along with a lot of other instruments as far as saxophone, guitar, horn instruments, trumpet. It's all about muscle memory, when it comes to learning an instrument. Believe it or not, man, it's true that your voice is an instrument. So you vocalists out there, practicing your scales, practicing your range. I think a lot of vocalists base skill set on range. How high or low your voice can go, how skillful your dynamics in your voice. It deals with a lot of vocal range, vocal agility when it comes to vocals. And so how you can be a better musician is, it just boils down to practice, preparation, repetition, muscle memory, really practicing things that you need to work on, your weaknesses, on your instrument. That's what it boils down to, is practicing things that you are uncomfortable with. That's how you become a great musician. And I'm in that journey as well. you're not the only one in that position. It's certain scales on the piano that I'm not as comfortable with compared to other scales on the keyboard, and so I have to practice that. My favorite keys to play in is C sharp, G sharp, A flat, enharmonic A flat, and those are some my favorite. The black keys are my favorite. I'm a church musician, so a lot of church musicians are, they love playing in the black keys. I don't know what it is. I guess because it get the church going, but I'm more comfortable playing in those keys. I guess because a lot of flats and stuff like that. Of course, C. The key of C is a comfortable scale for most people. Playing piano. But I gotta get more comfortable in the key of B. I gotta get more comfortable in the key of E. Those natural keys. And so, yeah, put it in the comment section. I want to be a better musician. If you got this far in the video, again, appreciate y'all for tuning in. And until next time, peace.